what could you do?
There it goes. The can just exploded.
Hey, welcome to, where are we?
Faraday Studios.
We're at Faraday Studios, so say the wits. I'm Jake Wizard 4, and this is?
Elliot.
And this is?
Ethan.
And you are?
Godwin.
You know Godwin?
Yeah.
You know what he's studying right now in school?
Physics. That means
Godwin
he's sneaky.
He's sneaky. That's what physics is Latin for very sneaky individual. In order to go to graduate school in physics, you're going to have to grow a beard.
The best I can do is a goatee right now.
Goatee is all you got? Well, okay, maybe get a bachelor's with a goatee. Physics degree. What I thought we'd do today is a little basic chemistry. These are very reactive metals right here. And as I go down the chart, they get more reactive, more reactive, and more reactive. And this guy down here is so reactive we can't even find him. To learn things about the patterns of behavior, you become a chemist. That's a big part of chemistry. And I just thought I'd give you an example today. What is number 13?
Aluminum.
Oh yeah, tell me something you know about aluminum.
They use it for the soda cans.
Soda cans?
They're made out of aluminum. What's soda?
Oh, don't be smart. I think in England, I heard somebody say aluminum, got their emphasis on a different syllable. Does aluminum rust?
Yes, but not with water. It rusts with oxygen, I think.
With oxygen, yeah. Just so happened to have, there's a piece of iron, had laying outside. And that brown stuff is what?
Rust.
So where does rust come from?
Iron and oxygen.
Iron and oxygen, yeah. Iron oxide, that brown stuff is iron that's combined with oxygen. And if that keeps on happening, what's going to happen to my iron plate?
It's going to disintegrate into little dust.
It's going to fall apart and rust away, right? So here comes some aluminum. Dun, 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 dun. Do you see any rust on there?
No.
So which one would you say is more likely to rust or combine with oxygen?
Iron.
So you can say, I have proof here. Right here is proof. Iron will combine with oxygen much more readily and easier than aluminum. Now say the word wrong.
Wrong.
You know, I was told when I was a kid, say we get the aluminum lawn furniture because it doesn't rust. And it's set outside in the rain and it'll stay there for years and doesn't have any. You leave the iron out there, it'll rust away. Aluminum, however, does not react with oxygen. I was so wrong. It loves oxygen. I mean, it goes for it like a madman. If I cleaned this up and laid it outside, would it turn brown immediately?
No, it would take some time.
Take some time. I want to show you something. Let's see if we can do it with this aluminum. Believe it or not, there is a thin layer of aluminum oxide on the outside, and it forms incredibly fast and incredibly strong, and it grabs that aluminum, reaches out and grabs that oxygen, and they hang on, and and it's got such a hard, tight coat of rust, and it's so thin. It's stuck on there really tight. They really bond well. You can watch it rust in front of your eyes. You can see the chemical reaction happen. It just goes, yep. So I'm gonna take some steel wool, and you can do this. You can do it any way you want. You just get a piece of aluminum and you scratch it any way you want. You can do it with a knife or a file or something like that. And see, it kind of looks gray there, doesn't it? And I'm gonna scratch this a little bit. And I put the tape there just so we can see the difference. Now, can you see what that looks like right now?
Yeah, it's much more silvery.
Kind of shiny, silvery. If I scrape it real good, and we'll get it on the camera here in a minute. If I pull the tape off, can you tell the difference now between the two?
Oh yeah.
You see the gray?
Yeah.
And see the shiny side, right? So that's bare aluminum that has no oxide. I'm gonna cover it. Keep that away from some oxygen. I wonder how long it's going to take for it to go back. Because right now, I don't know if you can watch it. Do you see it changing in front of your eyes a little bit?
Yeah.
It's starting to lose its sheen already, isn't it? It was real shiny. Now it's starting to dull out a little bit. It is oxidizing right in front of your eyes. What experiment could I come up with or demonstration to prove that point a little better? Well, it just so happens that in that tank, sulfur hexafluoride. It's a gas that's heavier than air, and there's no oxygen in there. In case we have an accident there, say goodbye, Godwin.
Goodbye, Godwin.
Because you never know. You just light the match, Godwin, and gently lower it into the tank. Light the match. Okay, he did it. There he goes. And in the tank it goes, and it went out right there. Because that had been air or oxygen, what would have happened with it?
It would have kept burning.
Kept on burning. You're going to carefully lower this. Are you ready, Godwin?
Yep.
There you go. It's shiny. It's shiny. It's shiny. Take the lid off. Just let it go on down in there. So going down there. There you go. Put the lid back on there. Still looks shiny to me. It is not rusting, is it?
No.
It's not.
I could demonstrate something else. I saw this on the internet the other day, and I'd never done it before in my life. And here I am the wizard, and I've not done this before. Personal eye wash. Why would I have this out?
Oh, so in case that something combusts and it goes in your eyes?
Yeah, serious. A lot of times I joke around, but this ain't joking. No. Sodium hydroxide. There's Na for sodium and OH for hydroxide. There's oxygen and hydrogen together to make a little thing called hydroxide. Yeah. Mean stuff.
Menacing.
Menacing. Yeah, that's mean stuff.
Angry.
It's mean on many different levels, sodium hydroxide. 3 of the elements from the chart, sodium, oxygen, and hydrogen. This has a nickname, you might have heard it. It's Lye.
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 The most, basic.
It's basic, and I look down in there, look at it, it's this white chunks. We took a soda can, right, and we scratched the paint off to bear the aluminum. So we're going to take this can and lower it into a beaker of lye solution. We're going to get some distilled water and put it in here. And we're just going to see if that, because that aluminum reacted with the oxygen in the air really fast, didn't it? Now you notice we didn't scratch the paint off the whole can. So maybe this paint will prevent the reaction from taking place. You want to pour some of this in here, bud? Here's some distilled water. So now we've got some sodium hydroxide in there. Everybody say goodbye, Jake.
Bye, Jake.
Bye, Jake.
Okay, here we go. Well, something's going on. It's starting to react. Look at that thing go. It's like it's cooking the aluminum, doesn't it? It's eating into that aluminum for sure. The reaction is still going. And you notice we inverted a beaker over the top of that because I about fell asleep, and we just wanted to make sure if it did spatter, we would not be spattered. What could you do?
There it goes. The can just exploded.
We've got some lye spatter. Well, we're gonna have to do this again. This was our first attempt at this, and the aluminum can has a plastic lining, and if all the aluminum's gone, that liner will still be there. The can split. Well, you sneaky weasel can.
See, that's what I was talking about. It split.
Yeah, we had a defective can. I'm calling the Coca-Cola company. Well, it split open. Look at that. We had a failure. Not really a failure. We learned something. You guys come back over here. Did you learn anything about aluminum? Is aluminum active, very chemically active or inactive?
Active. Active.
It's very active. Scared you though, didn't it?
Yeah.
That didn't bother me. I didn't notice I didn't jump at all.
Sure about that?
Yeah, no, I knew what was going on the whole time. So what are you seeing there? Is it still shiny?
Yeah, it's still
Yeah,
shiny.
it's still shining.
It's still shiny. You can tell the difference between the gray and the shiny. So what does that confirm?
That it is the oxygen
Yeah.
that reacts with the aluminum to make it
As far as we know, that demonstrates, it confirms part of what we know about the oxygen and aluminum. So does aluminum rust?
Yes. Even though it doesn't rust in the same way that iron does.
Yeah, that's right. But it forms an oxide like right now. It doesn't mosey. So now you know something about aluminum that most people don't know. Well, I've got a mess on my hands to clean up. This was supposed to be a beautiful chemical reaction, and everybody go, ooh. Instead, everybody had to run and duck and scream. I've got a mess to clean up now. We had a chemical reaction go a different direction than I'd hoped. So you follow us on YouTube, you'll see what we're up to. Aluminum and a lye solution, and the wizard made a mess. Not bad though, I learned something.